Well, our project was about access to trans health in South Africa. We wanted to probe what are the hurdles that are creating delays in assisting, in making sure that people in the trans community have access to trans health in South Africa. So we looked at things like legislation. We probed the medical space itself in terms of what are the hurdles in the private sector and what are the hurdles in the state sector. In the state sector, we found out that obviously we already have a failing on ailing health infrastructure. So there's a lot of things that the state needs to really work on in terms of improving access to trans health.
We found that not a lot of stories is being highlighted by journalists to pin the focus on trans health and the challenges that they are facing. So we wanted to see how we can assist to get the story across and to hold those in public office accountable, because what we found is that there's a long waiting list for people to within trans for the trans and diverse people actually to access their human rights, and also that medical aids are not paying for those who want to transition. So we wanted to see how we can assist and how we can get the story out and make society aware about how marginalized people are still at the receiving end of receiving healthcare.
I really enjoyed working with my team because we all have different skill sets. Reggie is in broadcast, Saif is also in film, I'm in print, digital print. So we all used our strengths to execute the project. We wrote, like for example, Saif wrote the script, and I wrote the long piece, and Reggie did the radio pieces. Like we all used our different skill sets to really create our project. And we really worked well together, and I really learned a lot from both of my colleagues in terms of their sectors and how they operate.
I always wanted to focus on marginalized people, and I've done a lot of stories in the past on LGBTQI plus people, and not only negative stories, but also the success stories that's within the LGBTQI plus community. And I think that media houses in South Africa really need to look into the space of setting up desks or identify reporters who can focus on marginalized people, because lived realities and daily struggles of transgender people, also with LGBTQI plus people, but more importantly, marginalized people, is still a reality in South Africa. So we as journalists, we have a responsibility to reflect those stories.
It's a foreign beat for me, it's new. So I think for me, it was really me. I was very conscious of that all the time. And I think another challenge would definitely have to be, sometimes when you work in a team, you all have a vision for this project that you're working on. And sometimes you might clash in terms of not agreeing in terms of the creative flow, but it really taught me how to work with other people. So yeah, for me, the hurdles would definitely just be getting to understand the languaging and getting out of my comfort space so that I can be able to really go in there and really give a very beautiful piece without really offending anybody in the community.
we did the story for the SABC after they agreed that they will air our story for all our platforms, for television, radio, and digital. And I was very pleased to have worked with Selloane and Saif. So I was very pleased that we could execute this. We did a 3-part series on the challenges within the healthcare system for trans and diverse people. So I was very pleased to have seen the story go out, and we got compliments and also a lot of views on this important story that we decided to tell.